Hello from Tokyo. Today I'm going to do a technique I haven't done for well over a year, which uses silicone oil, and the basic version is swiping with plastic and then swiping again on the other side. And I'm only using 3 colors. So we'll be using Turquoise Green by Amsterdam. They're all from Amsterdam actually. This is Primary Magenta and also some light gold. Then for the base, I'll be using titanium white, and for the swipe, I'll be using Oxide black. All the paints will be mixed with 2 parts US Floetrol and 1 part paint and diluted with a little bit of water. And the colors, I will be adding a couple of drops of the silicone oil. So the technique is you swipe across with some soft plastic, and whatever's left on the plastic, swipe the other side. And rather than a swipe and swipe, you can also do a swipe and then stick whatever paint is left on the plastic after the first swipe. If the cells are small, you can move the canvas around like this and you get these cute little flowers. And I think it was very pretty on this one. And actually, if you turn it to the side, it looks almost like a silhouette of a face, which I was pleased with. And this one reminded me a little bit of a lion. The base is a little bit thicker than what I use for my floral balloon smashes, and here I'm adding some silicone to the colors. These are the 3 colors, also primary magenta. So let's flood out the base. If you don't have any Floetrol, you can always use a white PVA glue and water mixture for your base. So here we go with putting some colors down on one side of the canvas. I like to tilt the canvas a bit so that the paints kind of expand and bleed into each other more. I'm adding the black for the swipe across the top. It should probably be a straighter line here. And you will see now that we swipe across, I pull a bit of the white down too on one side. And really, you want to catch all the swipe color paint. You can tell I've actually caught the other side as well and pulled some more white down. Here, if you want to fix it, all you have to do is put a little bit more of the black paint down, get a thinner strip of plastic, and do another swipe. In this case, I left it because I thought I was going to tilt it off. But you'll see the cells expand quite a bit, and I decide not to do as much tilting. Look at how beautiful the colors are on the plastic. So I'm going to turn this around, and now it's time to do the sticking part of the swipe and stick. So let's lay this down and then pick it up quickly. Wow, it's such an explosion of colors. I mean, look at that on the back again. You can keep using this for a few times before it kind of blends too much. But I'm going to try and see if more cells come up by using my torch. The cells are so big. I really think that's just because I didn't use as much silicone. So if you want to achieve the big cells, then that's what you need to do. I'm still going to try and see if I can move this down a bit, but I know that even if I'm walking it down slowly from left to right, some of the cells are changing shape. And as I say, if it was small cells, that would look good, but with the larger cells, I don't think it looks quite as effective. So I'm going to play around a lot with this painting. The top part on the white side of the canvas where we stuck on the paint is starting to look like a butterfly to me. And I think I could have gone down that route too. So, you can do whatever you want, obviously, with your painting. It's your artwork. And I am just enjoying today by being as creative and as imaginative as possible. No rules. I'm even going to try and stick some more of this paint down here. And let's see how it goes. Whether it brings up too much paint. Actually, there's a lot of paint there, But you know, you gotta try things, you gotta experiment. As the cells ended up being so big and not what I wanted for this painting, I am going to run through it all with a dotting tool and make some florals this way. And I'll be doing it to this side where we swiped, and also to the other side where we did the stick as well. And the straw has now come out. I think it's a habit from doing the floral balloon smash blowouts. I'm blowing out some fine, colorful lines here, which will add to what I'm thinking of doing later on. You'll see what I mean. But yes, I'm doing that now. And then I am going to blow out this part too, just to give it some more flow. Now going to blow out between the white and the black border to create a face. Last year I didn't do this. It was all tilting, and if a face or something appeared, it was just done, as I say, by tilting. But I got this idea of blowing out a face shape or face profile from a painting I literally did just before this one. That was meant to be my YouTube video. However, it got dark and I tried to put the ring light on and it crashed down. The camera came down. When I reset the camera, I hadn't pressed record, which I didn't realize till much later on. So anyhow, I have redone this painting and I'm going to try and complement the last one by doing a face, because there was a face in the last one too. And you'll see what I mean. I will show them both at the very end. This is when I really started to fiddle with the painting, and it was quite difficult to place the black paint on top because you have to remember the whole thing is flooded with the white, so it picks up the white too and it mixes, so it's a bit tricky. You don't want to start fiddling too much. But anyway, I didn't like parts of it, so I started to add some more swipes. And I am just experimenting and having fun with the process. I'm now embellishing the forehead of this profile, and I'm really just free flowing. I'm not really thinking about anything. I find when it's this sort of painting, I'm painting almost in a meditative state, just literally in the flow of things. So this isn't really a proper tutorial, I guess, today. It's just showing what you can do with silicone or what you can do with swiping your art. As there wasn't any additional paint with silicone underneath that swipe, no cells came up. So I added some of these petal-like shapes with the dotting tool. I ended up adding a lot of miniature flowers, as you see here. I've edited most of this out, but you'll see in the end result what this looks like. Let's have a look at the wet finish. Isn't it amazing with just 3 colors, turquoise green, gold, and primary magenta, you get such a nice blend. You know, I think even if it's just an exercise of learning about color, you can just use these 3 for other techniques as well. Here are all the extra additional mini flowers that I did. They're usually a mixture of a color and a gold and white. And yeah, I think I should have fixed that now in retrospect. I might paint over it once it's dry. That stripe, you know, from the first swipe. Let's have a look at the dried finish. Isn't it really cool how the colors have stayed the same as the wet version? Now, these were the colors I used a year and a bit ago because that's the only colors I owned. So it's amazing when you're limited what you come up with. And from here, you can see those fine colored lines that was blowing out with the straw earlier on. It gives the face a bit more definition. And all the florals, all the mini flowers have dried nicely too. I'm very happy with those. In this corner, which I re-swiped later on, you can see more of the smaller cells that have been left as they are. Any of the oil residue, I'll wipe off with window cleaner. Yeah. Oh, and now I can actually show you the other painting too. Here it is. That was the one that was supposed to be on the video, but yeah, it fell over, so the camera fell over, so... yes, but you can see how it's kind of, I don't know, the shamanic series. These 2 sort of shaman type characters came out without, you know, really thinking about it. So that's all there is today. Hope you enjoyed the painting. Thank you so much for watching as always, and see you next time. Bye.